Well, hello once again, everybody, and welcome to Lightning TV, brought to you in association with mjdphoto.biz. Now, another busy weekend for Lightning, with Saturday's visitors to Thunderdome being Sheffield Steel Dogs. This was guaranteed to be a feisty affair, and it certainly was that. Lightning came away with 2 points with a 1-0 win. After the game, we caught up with some of the guys. So, Adam, that game tonight seemed to have a little bit of everything, didn't it?
Yeah, they're a tough team. Sheffield always plays tough. They got a bunch of young guys that work hard, and we expected that going in. So, at the end of the day, we wanted 2 points, and we got that.
It seemed to be, normally, like you say, Sheffield normally play their road game like that. They get in your face, they're a little bit rough. They seem to be looking for it pretty much from the first drop of the puck tonight.
Yeah, you know what to expect with the Andre Payet team, and we expected that. And, we knew there was history there with G and Payet from the playoff weekend, but at the end of the day, our goal was 2 points, and we needed that, and we went out and battled for it.
Yeah, I'm just going on the makeup of the team as well. The lines over the last couple of weeks, Nick appears to have been playing about a little bit with the lines, probably just experimenting here and there and moving people around. It's almost starting to settle down now, isn't it?
Yeah, we had brought in some new guys, and Milton Keynes has been known to keep the core players around, so it was new for everyone, and everyone was feeling it out early on, and we're now 10 or 12 games in, and starting to get a little more comfortable than we were at the start. So it'll be interesting. We got a few guys banged up, so we're just battling through it right now, but things are working well, and we just got to move ahead.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Sort of 10, 11 games into the season, it's amazing actually when you look at the guys up close and how many guys are sporting dressings on wrists and legs and everything else. And you're not even part way through the season and you're already taping people up, aren't you?
Yeah, it's hockey. The guys will play through it and that, but we got a good bunch of guys, and we're expecting a lot with the team Nick's put together, and it's early days, but it's the league. Anyone can beat anyone, and you got to come ready to play. So it's been interesting.
Talk about since you joined Lightning. I mean, was it a tough decision to come to Lightning? I know that you've maybe had conversations with Nick in the past. Maybe going back a couple of seasons, maybe before you went to Slough. But was it a tough decision to come to us?
No, it's never. It's a good organization, good fans, and you watch when you play on other teams, the fan base that follows them, and you knew it was a good situation. I knew a couple of guys. I played with JMO, and I played against Chinny and that, so I knew what I was getting into. It's been a good experience, and it's close to home for me, so it's a good little drive, and I'm enjoying it.
I have to say, when your name was announced, it was to a little bit of a fanfare. People were pleased to see you in a Milton Keynes Lightning shirt.
Well, that's good to know, but no, it's been a little slow start. I missed the one weekend. I was away in the States, and I had a bad finger, but hopefully things start rolling a little better now soon.
Just going back to that weekend you missed because you obviously flew home. Just talk to me what that was about, because it was a Hall of Fame at your old university. Is that what I'm right in saying?
Yeah. Our '97 team at college won the national championship, and I wasn't really going to go, because I was committed here to Milton Keynes and didn't really want to go, but my dad kind of told me it was once in a lifetime chance, and I hadn't seen some of those guys for 15 plus years, so it was a good experience. It was our team was inducted into the university's Athletics Hall of Fame, so it was a good experience. It was short, but I enjoyed it.
It was a rush hour weekend, but that team, you played with some top guys, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, there's a couple guys that still, but Jason Blake was probably the most, but it was more or less a blue-collar type of team. We weren't expected to win it, and it's just when everyone accepts their role, and we went and we beat some good teams that had a lot better, more talent than us, so it was good to see all those guys, because it's tough when you keep tabs on email or Facebook or something like that, but it was good to actually see them and have a beer with them.
And a great honour as well, I guess. That's a guy. We sometimes miss it a little bit over here because we don't have that kind of setup, but over there, any Hall of Fame is a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. There's another football guy who plays in the NFL, which is America's top league, was also inducted that weekend, and this is a good experience. I didn't want to go, but I was glad I did, and the guys, did well anyway. So they split on the weekend. So
fantastic. Now back to reality, I guess. Tough trip tomorrow up into Telford. I mean, they're going to be buoyant after last weekend's result, aren't they?
Yeah, we kind of let one slip last weekend, but Tommy's got another good young team, and it's been a tough situation with them playing on the road, but they came into our barn and battled, and you got to give them credit. It's like any team in this league. If you're not ready to play, they'll beat you. So you got to be ready. Doesn't matter where you're going.
Got to be a 4-point weekend now, hasn't it? Really.
Yeah, we need it. If we want to get into the Cup semis, we got to start, winning these games now. So we got these guys tomorrow, and then Swindon next weekend's another big weekend. But we'll take care of tomorrow first. Brilliant.
Well, Adam, thanks very much for talking to us. Great to have you on board, and all the best up in Telford tomorrow.
Thank you. No problem.
So, Nick, that was a fairly tough full game.
Yeah, it was. I think we both teams knew going into the game that I think both teams were coming off of a 3 loss on the trot, so desperate for 2 points. A little bit of background history with what went on in the summer, so it was always going to be a kind of a hard fought and probably ugly hockey game. But both teams, I thought, played hard, played fairly well, and I'm just glad that we came on top.
There's a bit of grind between Milton Keynes and Sheffield. There always is, but there always seems to be, when you come off the ice, there still seems to be that level of respect when you finish the game.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I suppose there is. They've got their way of playing, we've got ours, and the bottom line is we know when we're playing Sheffield, we've got to bring our best game, and that's a credit to Sheffield because they're a hard-working team as well.
Yeah, and they had a couple of losses during the summer, obviously, when Oslins, of course, left, and they've lost Ben Bounds as well to Hull, and they're big losses for them. But yet tonight, you can still see, as with any Andre Pyatt team, there's a bit of fight in them.
Yeah, well, they've got some young, hungry kids that work hard. I was a little bit disappointed with the way that we finished tonight. I thought in that last third we were lacking a little bit, and we had a few chances kind of early in the game where it could have been a 2-3 goal cushion. So we made it hard for ourselves, but we worked hard, we dug in, and we ground out the win.
Yeah, of course, missing Dan Harris tonight, you had to rejig things a little bit. But I've noticed the last couple of weeks, maybe the forward lines have been jiggling out a little bit. Are you pretty much set on your forward lines now? Is there still a bit of work to do?
We've got a lot of depth, and it's great because I can constantly change the lines, but at the same time I know that the lines need a little bit of consistency, and I feel that we're slowly getting that. I still believe the team's got about 2 or 3 gears to move up. But we always preach D first, and it was good to see tonight that we hung on to the lead. I thought we kept most of their shots to the long range, so that was pleasing. But we've got some work to do still.
Talking about the season as we've gone through it, I mean, what are we 10 sort of 11 games into the season now? If you were writing a report on how you've done so far, have you been a little bit frustrated, or has it been, would inconsistent be the right term?
Inconsistent would definitely be the right word. I think we've lacked a little bit of intensity, which is a bit disappointing. I think looking at some of the losses we've had, the loss to Telford, watching the video and being in the game, I thought we controlled it, but we kept letting them back in the game. Likewise with Peterborough, we just didn't. We have to learn to kill teams off. We've got to get a little bit more clinical at the bottom third finishing. But I like our team. I think it's a good, hard-working team, and I do believe we're going to get better.
Excellent. And speaking of Telford, obviously you've got a tough road trip to go there tomorrow night.
Yeah, they a bit like Sheffield. I think they're a young team. They got some hard-working players. Sprinkling with a few good imports. And credit to Tom Watkins. He's got them playing hard. And we know that we've got to give a more honest effort than we did last time.
I do have to say, I mean, obviously as a Lightning side you'd expect to beat a team like Telford, and that's taking nothing away from them, but even looking at the way they played last week and that team on paper, they're not a 10th place side, are they, in this league on paper?
Well, I think every team, you look at the bottom teams, Bracknell and Telford, who didn't make the playoffs last year, they've really improved, and you've got to play hard, you've got to play well to beat those teams, whether you're home or away, and that's a credit to them. It's a good league. I see it going this way all the rest of the year.
And once we've got that out of the way tomorrow, it's yet another double-header weekend. I don't know who was doing the league fixtures when they thought, let's go have double headers for the first part of the season. Swindon away first of all on Saturday and home on Sunday. That is going to be a toughie. They're much improved this year.
They are. They've, they're a team that they can score goals. They've got, two very, very potent lines. I feel we're going to have to be, play with the puck in their end. I think if we go, back and forth with them, we're going to get punished. So it'll be a tough weekend. But right now the focus is on tomorrow and getting 2 points, and then we'll start to worry about Swindon.
Do you think Swindon obviously is it going to be a typical sort of road game Saturday, and then sort of look to consolidate the weekend when you come back home on Sunday, maybe?
Yeah, I know going to Swindon, the likes of Aaron Nell, Hoog, and they've got two new imports that look pretty potent up front. We're going to have to be really tight at the back. Look to hit them on the break, and I think once we can get our lines scoring goals and being a little bit more threatening, we're going to be a pretty complete hockey team.
Excellent. So we're going to move away from the hockey now, because Wednesday the 14th of November is the charity golf day, the Lightning Charity Golf Day. This year it's in aid of Kidney Research UK. Seems to be shaping up quite nicely. Quite a few names down for it, a number of players, including yourself. Normal jibes and everything else going on?
Really looking forward to it. I think, credit to the Supporters Club. They've really, they've put on a couple of good golf days, and this one looks to be the best. I think we've got 30 plus players, and, kind of a Ryder Cup format. It'll be a lot of fun on the day, and hopefully we can raise some decent funds for a really worthwhile charity.
It is going to be an awful lot of banter. I've played in a couple of the golf days myself, and I know exactly what it's like. And all they've got to do for information is email Dave at Dave at b2promodesign.com, as simple as that. But it will be a fantastic day, and the money was raised last year as well, wasn't it?
It's we had a great day, and like I said, we've got more players I think involved this year, and hopefully we get a few more in, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully the weather will hold out for us, and raise a lot of money.
Brilliant. Well, Nick, thanks very much for talking to us. I know you're pretty tired after a tough game. You probably just want to get home and get a rest. But thanks very much, and good luck for tomorrow in Telford.
Thank you.
So once again, thanks to the guys for coming up to talk to us. Let's check out the rest of the weekend's results and see how that affects the league table come Sunday night. As well as the Lightning Sheffield game, there's a full programme of games in the EPL on Saturday night. Telford took their first 2 points of the weekend when they beat Bracknell 4-3 after penalty shots. Guildford ran out easy 5-3 winners over Peterborough Phantoms, while Manchester took the points in the cracking game down at the Hangar, with Phoenix coming out of that one with a 7-5 win. Basingstoke looked steady in their visit to the Link Centre, with Bison taking home the points after a 4-2 win there. On to Sunday, and it was Basingstoke who took the spoils after a tense 4-3 overtime win in the second of the weekend's games versus Wildcats. Manchester maxed out the weekend after a comfortable 7-1 win over Bracknell, whilst Peterborough shocked Slough with a 3-0 win on the home ice. Now that's the first time this season the Jets haven't taken points in a weekend. Guildford continue their surge back up the table with a 7-3 win at Sheffield, which means that Andre Pyatt's men have work to do to stop the rot. Up in Shropshire, it was Telford who took maximum points for the weekend as they beat Lightning 3-0 at home. Man of the match Declan Ryan apparently standing on his head to deny the visitors. More worrying for Lightning though was the injury to frontman Adam Calder, who was taken by ambulance to hospital, and obviously we wish Adam a speedy recovery. So on to the table, and it's Manchester who stay top courtesy of their maximum point weekend ahead of Basingstoke. Guildford leapfrog Slough into third, whilst Bracknell take the fifth spot. Then it's Milton Keynes, Swindon and Sheffield, with Peterborough and a resurgent Telford at the foot of the table. So there you go, that's pretty much all we've got time for this week here on Lightning TV. Don't forget, next weekend's visitors to the Thunderdome, it's Sunday night this time, it's Swindon Wildcats. Face-off is 5:30. Don't forget to get down the ring, get your tickets early so you can qualify for a discount. But for more information, just go to the Lightning website, www.mk-lightning.com. We'll see you next time.